YouTube Coven, welcome to the mat and welcome to day 21 of this Wake the Witch flow. We are 3 weeks into our journey. How are you feeling? I hope you are feeling invigorated and awakened and energized and inspired on both your physical journey with yoga and your spiritual journey. Today's practice, heart chakra, we are going to be connecting with the heart chakra and we're working with some really gorgeous back bends. So working our way towards the peak pose of camel pose, we are going to start to look at how beneficial back bends can be to our practice both on and off the mat. So in today's flow, we are going to open up and unblock the heart chakra, releasing any emotions we've been holding to the surface. Now, just a reminder that you are in a safe space today. If you start to get a little bit overwhelmed, maybe you start to get a little bit teary, camel pose is one of the back bends that most of the time makes me cry and releases my anxiety. But today's heart chakra practice is inspired by the idea of kindness. Now, I've said before on this Wake the Witch journey, I've said before on my flows, on my Instagram, that the most important thing you can be in this world is kind. Now, I don't just mean kind to others, I mean kind to ourselves. So not coming to the practice with judgment on our bodies, on our mind, on our feelings, on our poses, never coming in with ego or judgment, coming in with compassion, with kindness, and with love. This is just super crucial. We never want to cause harm to others, and we most importantly never want to cause harm to ourselves. So in today's practice, we're going to open up our heart chakra and connect with a little bit of self-love. So to begin with, yogis, you're going to come straight away into a seated pose just at the back of your mat. So maybe you come to heroes like me, maybe you come to sit on the sit bones, but roll shoulders away from the ears and flip the palms to the sky. Opening up this circle, beginning today's practice with a beautiful deep breath in through the nose and a slow breath all the way out. Starting to even out your inhales and your exhales. Starting to not only bring ourselves away from any distractions, but also start to bring ourselves away from any judgments. Maybe any judgments to how our body is physically looking today, any tummy rolls, any cellulite, how we feel in our leggings, those really small things that sometimes can be detrimental to our practice both on and off the mat, and start to take yourself away from any judgments towards how you're emotionally feeling today. Maybe you're feeling tired or overwhelmed. Maybe you don't want to do day 21. That is okay. Take it away. Don't do day 21. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. Come into today's practice with kindness and with love. This is so crucial. When I talk about kindness in terms of witchcraft, I'm talking about the threefold law. So this is personally what I practice, and this is the idea that what you give out, you get 3 times back. If you give out kindness, you get it back 3 times. If you give out negativity or hate, you get it 3 times back. Karma is a very funny little thing, and this is something that, you know, it's very important in witchcraft. So from here, giving ourselves self-love, wrap your arms around the body, really squeezing yourself close, and give yourself gratitude for coming to the mat today, for coming to day 21, for undertaking this journey. And then from here, we inhale to lift those arms all the way to the sky. Find a little bit of a back bend here to arch the spine. And then on your exhale, we're going to open those arms up into cactus arms. So squeeze the shoulder blades together as we inhale. Exhale, close the arms, bringing elbows, bringing palms to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Keep it going. Really starting to wake up those shoulders for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, And for 1, inhale to reach those arms behind the back, squeeze shoulder blades together, and whether or not you're sitting on your heels like me or sitting on the sit bone, send the hands behind the back and lift that heart to the sky. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. For 3, for 2, and 1. Engage the core. If you are in a seated position on your sit bones, you're going to roll into hero's pose like me, and we're going to walk those knees a little bit wider here, so almost like you're coming into a child's pose, big toes to touch, knees wide, and we're going to start to take some camel rolls here, so getting ourselves ready for the flow. On your inhale, you're going to roll the body up and sweep the right arm to the sky, maybe left hand touches the back of the left thigh. Sit the sit bones down as you exhale. Inhale, lift left arm to the sky. Keep it going. Exhale down. Inhale, lift to the left hand side. And down. Lift to the right. Maybe starting to reach back for the ankle. Exhale down. Inhale, lift 3 more times. Lifting it 1 more time. Lift it up. And then come to sit down. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the mat, tuck toes under. Come into downward facing dog. Pedaling out those legs, bending into one knee, bending into another. And starting to take some down dog facing rolls. If it doesn't feel good, drop the knees to come to tabletop, or you can keep flowing in down dog. But from here, we're going to round into the shoulders, roll body forwards, and then arch the spine, bend into the knees, hips to heels. Inhale, roll body forwards. Exhale, bend into the knees, hips to the sky. Keep it going. Imagining your heart here, starting to tune into its beating, into its rhythm. Take this movement for 3 more times. Take it 1 more time. And then from here we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, send right leg to the sky, bend the knee off, split dog as we inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest and step between the thumbs. Lower the back knee down, untuck the back toes. Inhale, whoop, pull the arms to the sky. On your exhale, come in, got no balance, into cactus arms, pulling back on those hands. Open the heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands forward, hands to prayer, come to half split. Option to stay here, forward folding, option to bring left hand down and pull the right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bend back deep into the front knee, lift the body all the way to the sky. This time find Kali Mudra up and overhead. Squeeze the ears between the arms and start to arch the spine to the sky, holding for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean chest forward, hands come to frame front foot. We tuck left toes under and step straight back to downward facing dog. Beautiful movements, Coven. From here, bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg floats high, bend the knee off, split dog as we inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest and step between the thumbs. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, pull the arms to the sky, Anjanasana, low lunge. Exhale, open those arms into cactus arms, sink deeper into the front knee and arch the spine to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, lean body forwards, walking that front foot forwards and find your way to half split. Maybe bring the hands to prayer to find a balance for a moment. And then drop right hand to the mat, pull left arm to the sky, gazing towards the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into the front knee, find Kali Mudra and sink deep into the knee, coming in to a gorgeous crescent lunge. Holding for 3. Hold 2. And 1. Lean chest forward. Hands come to frame, front foot. We tuck right toes under and lift straight back to downward facing dog. We keep this flow going. Keep the warmth coming into the spine. Remember, if any emotions start to arise here, acknowledge them with kindness, with compassion. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, float the right leg to the sky, bend the knee off, split dog as we inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs, lower back, knee down. Inhale, pull the arms to the sky, bend the elbows, come to cactus arms. Pulling back on those hands here, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Feel that lift in the chest. As we inhale. Exhale, walk front foot forward, and we find our way back in to half split. Maybe bring the hands to prayer. Maybe left hand drops down, pull right arm to the sky, come into a twist. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, bend back into the front knee, pull the arms to the sky, and from here, working with a block or tucking the left toes under, we're going to move into a half camel pose. So you're going to extend the right leg here. Toes stay glued down to the mat. Finding a point of balance, you're gently going to drop left hand back to find the ankle, find the block, or find the heel, and pull right arm up and overhead. Keep arching the spine, hips are level. Holding half camel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out of this pose, send right hand forward, bend into the front knee, and immediately forward fold. Before we tuck left toes under, lift straight back in to downward facing dog, hip bones to the sky. Ready to take this to the other side, we bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg floats high, bend the knee off, split dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Lower back knee down to come to low lunge, and then inhale, pull the arms to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows off, come to cactus arms. So pulling back on the hands, squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, walk the front foot forward, extend the leg, flexing the toes to the sky, come to half split. Move into a twist, right hand stays down, pull the left arm to the sky. Beautiful, bend back into the front knee, pull the arms to the sky. Inhale, come to low lunge. On your exhale, we're going to extend the front leg, working with a block or tucking the right toes under. Left toe stay glued to the mat as we drop the right hand back. And then find your way to half camel pose, keeping those hips level. Pull left arm up and overhead. Holding for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently send left hand forward, bend into the front knee and forward fold. This time, we bring left knee to meet right. Keep the knees touching as you relax down into a restorative child's pose. So finding that balance here, easing out from our back bends, round into the shoulders and send the arms down by your side. Giving your hips a little wiggle from left to right, third eye resting to the earth. And acknowledge here any emotions that are arising, any anxieties, any sadness, maybe any joy. Just be fully present.
Beautiful. Before we inhale, on your exhale, send the hands back to the mat and roll the body to tabletop. Just giving yourself a few cat-cow stretches here. Inhale, drop the chest, arch the spine. Exhale to curve. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale to curve. And then when you're ready from here, you're going to start to walk the hands back towards the knees and lift the body up. Hands to the shoulders. Start to draw a beautiful big circle with those elbows, so moving and taking it in one direction. And then move and take it in the other for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to take 3 rounds of our camel pose. Now remember, if your body doesn't quite feel warmed up, this is just a short practice. I invite you to maybe practice your cat-cows again, or practice those camel swings that we did at the beginning of the practice, especially if you start to feel any sharp sensations. Sometimes back bends come a little bit easy. It's one of my favorite practices. Sometimes it feels a little bit more difficult, and that's normal, you know. That is what a yoga practice is. It's unique to everyone. So from here, we're going to take 3 rounds of our camel pose. So the first, you're going to take the hands behind the back. You can tuck the toes under for a little bit more support. Maybe you untuck them. But with those hands to the back of the hips, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And on your breath out, begin to push the hips forward and send the body back. Holding your chosen camel pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Engage the core to lift up, untuck the toes, and sit hips back to the heels. And just give yourself a moment here. Maybe you feel almost a breathlessness, which is completely normal. Maybe you feel a rush of anxiety. Camel pose is one of those poses that does give me that rush of anxiety. But when you're ready, we move to take round 2. So gently lift the body up. If round 1 was more than enough for you, then I invite you to stay here. If you feel like you want to explore, then you're going to take the hands behind the back once more. All together, we inhale. On your exhale, begin to push the hips forward, and then maybe one hand drops back to find the mat. Maybe another, but wherever you are, push the hips forward, drop the head back. Arch that spine, keep breathing down into the belly for 5, for 4, 3, 2. On your 1, bring one arm forward, bring another, drop the hips back to the heels and come to seated. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out. When you're ready, we're going to move to the final round. So if stage 1 or stage 2 is where you'd like to stay, then please, my darlings, please stay there. If you'd like to explore round 3, then once again, we bring hands to the back of the hips. Inhale to arch the spine forward. Exhale, immediately drop the hands back to find the feet leaning back, and then press it forwards. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hands forward, drop the hips. This time, come to meet me in a child's pose. Breathing in through the nose and out. Giving those hips a little bit of a wiggle. Maybe here is where you start to feel the emotion and come to it with kindness. And then when you're ready, we're going to press the hands to the mat. Roll body to tabletop and just take a few cat-cow stretches here. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale, curve. Taking any wiggles with the spine that feels good to you. Before we cross the ankles and move into a comfortable seated position. If you feel like you'd like to come to a Shavasana, this is a great time to do so. Come to lie flat on the back, press pause and give yourself time. If you're ready to close to practice me, we're just going to gently bring the hand down to the belly. So when we work with heart openers, a lot of that energy rushes to the heart. So now let's start to find some grounding here. So not getting too caught up in our emotions, not starting to spiral down with any negative thoughts or anything. Let's ground ourselves with our sacral chakra and with our roots chakra. So bring the hands to the belly and just aim to get the breath as deep and as long as possible. Starting to feel your breath settle down, starting to feel your mind go quiet once more, and start to embrace that sense of freedom you feel in the heart, having released everything that no longer serves you, any emotions you do not need, and filling that space with now kindness. When you're ready to close the practice with me, you're going to bring hands to prayer heart center and take a bow here. With love and with deep gratitude to ourselves, to those who joined us, and from me to you, thanking you for joining me for day 21 of this week, The Witch Journey. I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse at this camel pose flow. If you are a fan of backbends or you'd like to explore, please head over onto my main YouTube playlists, and I have a whole bunch on there dedicated to backbends. It is one of my favorite practices in the whole entire world. I just love it. I love the emotions that come out of it. But I would love to know how you've got on today, how you've been getting on over the past 3 weeks. So comment below, send me a message over at my Instagram at The Yogi Witch. But it was such an honor to flow with you today, and I'm so excited to see you back here tomorrow for day 22, a little stress release. So a cool, calming practice. It's going to be gorgeous. Thank you so much, witches, and blessed be.